Yo, yes, Mr. Trump-tastic, yeah, I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another banger. Turn up, Patriots, yeah, y'all gonna love this one, yeah. Mr. Trump-tastic, yo, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up them numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's hunters. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's hunters. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm stepping out the Hummer. Took a trip and fall, now I'm hopping like the springtime. Magaville made me spinning wheels like Ezekiel. Magaville made me, had me starring in my videos. Had to blow the whistle, earn your stripes like a referee. Mar-a-Lago red, now I'm cooking up a recipe. Deep state, Nazi ghost try to heckle me. Chakrin in the water, phantom down with a huckleberry. 4 weeks to live, that's the whole month of February. Heart attack city, had you screaming like Mariah Carey. Willy Wonka flow, same color as the snozberries. Had to bring the bars, now I'm shutting down the factory. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm dripping like the majesty. Desecrate your morals, minimize your principalities. Woo, I'm sweet the nation and it caused a few casualties. Dripping in the White House and I had to close the curtain. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yo. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's Hunter. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yo. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's Hunters. January 6th and I feel like Steve Bannon. Wartime ready and I'm shooting out the cannon. Magic carpet ride had me floating like Aladdin. Ukraine deal, shell companies, Barisma. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm dripping with charisma. Red October, but it feels like a Christmas gift. Big head eagle, and I clone them out with Adam Schiff. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm shutting down the parking lot. Dancing on the roof, walking on the raindrop. Billie Jean jacket had me feeling like the king of pop. Mount me like a statue, Papa raised a Rolling Stone. Tony Bobolinsky, and I did it on my megaphone. Red October, same color as the candy corn. Had a circle back, hit him with the gin sake. One eye open, sold to Illuminati. I can handle bar, popping wheelies on a Kawasaki. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the number.
Yes, that was Tony Bobolinsky featuring Mr. Trump-tastic. That's another classic. Go get the record on Spotify and Apple Music. Yes, we in the building. Now, this is a sensitive topic because I know a lot of you horny goats use this app. And yes, OnlyFans has taken over the pimp role. Okay? Or who they call the John. Yes, or the model. Okay? Model is code word for male prostitute. Yes, it is. And it seems like people like Andrew Oliver, shouts out to Andrew Oliver, he's allegedly a Christian man, but he's on the fence about this. Yes, so if you a Christian man, you're a religious head, we need you to answer these questions. Call-in show is active. You know, use your devices. Some of y'all got devices, don't even use them. Y'all not using these devices properly. But anyway, we want to know your assessment, man. It's the call-in show. Do you consider OnlyFans human trafficking? Yes or no? And come to find out, yes, people are accompanying kids, unaccompanied kids, working at marijuana farms. A lot of stuff going on in this world that must be deciphered. You know what? If you want to be honest, human trafficking is at an all-time high. Even worse than slavery, y'all. Even worse than slavery, yes. More people are getting human trafficked now than slavery. Yes, the transatlantic slave trade. Now they don't use a boat. You can fly a Lear jet and traffic human beings in a blink of an eye. Nowadays, you're going to be able to teleport them. You're going to be able to call them up, and a holographic entity just pop up right in your living room, pop up in your bed, all that. Yes, those are your 72 virgins, or what they call your 72 virgins in this holographic world of Zionism, y'all. Yes. And you see who's on the screen. Andrew Tate and his brother. Now, the thing is, I made a post on my Facebook, and some people say these guys are, fine and dandy. Trump never wanted anything to do with Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a corn addict, on OnlyFans, See, he was the guy that taught your kids how to set that cam up. But he give out financial advice to cover it up. Yes, and guess what Tucker's doing? Never trust a man that wears shoes like these, first of all. I don't care how good he talk. You see a man wear shoes like this without socks? Red flag, but I know y'all gumps. Y'all don't pick up on shit like that. He got them leprechaun fight. He got them Ben Franklin's. He got them Ben Franklin 17s on. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. Y'all out y'all rabbit ass. Man, I would never in my life. And my country boys, man, y'all would never come out the house like this. Y'all would never come out the house like this. What is this, y'all? This ain't American. This is that European shit. That's that Euro shit. Man, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. I'm going to be honest with you. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Kentucky church shooting ID as aspiring rapper and free Palestine Muslim. Yes. In Lexington, Kentucky, there was a church shooting. And they said this guy was a weirdo, but they didn't pick up on him. And the thing is, they said he was allegedly targeting his girlfriend. But she tried to run to the church. She tried to run to Christ. And Christ did not save her. No, Christ did not save those people that died. I think it was like 2 of them. I don't even think the girlfriend died. I think, somebody probably could have just gotten away with a bullet. But you see, is church safe? That's why people are starting to go to church online in the comfort of their own home. They're not going out in public no more. Church has now transferred online because the outside world is too dangerous to live in. And once the outside world is too dangerous to live in, you have trillionaires that create metaverses for you to merge with. Yes, some people's real life is a piece of poop, but they find satisfaction on the IoT, which we call the Internet of Things. And like I said, this is why they go implement the thought program, the thought police. But yeah, Pedo Man 55, Pedo Man 87. And guess who they got in the damn middle? A damn monkey. Because guess what? The monkey's going to believe this shit. Sharkeisha going to believe this shit. Colin is going to believe this shit. They don't know who's behind these matters. Who is this? Goddamn Israeli Mossad? Is this a Catholic? Is this a motherfucking Islam? We don't know who's behind this mess. This is why they implement these different programs. So you don't know who's behind the scenes. He's implementing sexually deviant behavior. And like I said, Tucker Carlson, he's giving off feminine, but this is feminine vibes, y'all. This is fit. You would never catch Mr. Trumptastic in these Leprechaun 87s. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to look like a motherfucking conquistador. You see what I'm saying? All tight in the damn pit. You see what I'm saying? You dig? You get my drift? Certain signs and symbols. Now the reason why he poking his fingers out like that, because that's where his fingers go, in the booty. Go right in the booty hole. He's nasty, man. He's a very nasty character. And guess what? Too late. He already touched your kids. He already touched your kids. You already put them on. Yes, you did. You nasty son of a bitch. And the thing is, you the type of person that'll leave your phone open with filthy movies on, so your kids can fucking find them and shit. You're a sexually deviant character because this what draws you to people like him because you're sexually deviant. And you would think Andrew Oliver would know that, but guess what? He mixed Christ with corn. Yes, he does. The Capricorn. You see what I'm saying? Who's the Capra? Christ. Christ represents capitalism. Christ represents government. But what does corn represent? Sexually deviant behavior. And Andrew Oliver. Let's look at Andrew Oliver. Let's pull his ass up because Andrew Oliver. I said, look, it's the call-in show. I said, look, do y'all consider OnlyFans human trafficking? Yes or no? She said, do you traffic her? Do you traffic? She said, do I traffic myself? So you already know she do some OnlyFans. Anybody got something smart to say, just come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shouts out to her, but I said, yes, you can traffic yourself. AI is the new pimp. She didn't say anything because she do that shit on the side. She do that shit on the side. Andrew Oliver, he tried to say no, virtual prostitution. I said OnlyFans. Let's read right quick. Let me pull this up. It is considered human trafficking. It's just legal human trafficking. That's all. That's all it is. It's just legal human trafficking. Just like corn. Corn is legal human trafficking. You go to Las Vegas, you could buy them in Las Vegas. You go to the Bunny Ranch, you could buy them all day. You could buy them all. That's what he do. He find gullible women, young girls, because you got to get them young because they stupid when they young. They can't they can't persuade no grown woman to do this shit unless she was raised like that. But ain't no grown women just switching sides like that. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no grown woman that has a consciousness doing OnlyFans. So you gotta think about it. Some women they got their shit together. They don't need the internet for nothing. They live healthy lives. You really don't see them. They might post every now and then. That's it. That's it. Those are the ones you want. They ain't got to rely on the internet to feed the fuel to their fire. They already came with the batteries included. You understand? Some of y'all ain't got no consciousness. That's why y'all have to, trade y'all phone in for a female. A lot of conservatives, see, they teach you how to hate women. Y'all didn't understand that either. This is the reason why it's a hard time. You have a hard time dating women. Andrew Oliver, he don't have a girlfriend. Andrew Oliver is a 36-year-old virgin, y'all. Why? Because he was raised as an incel. He has a good heart, but he don't know the world. He hasn't even been outside his hometown. So what's the result of that? If you haven't been outside your hometown and you're on the internet, of course you don't know what's going on. You go be just like Sharkeisha. Ain't no difference between Chad and Sharkeisha. They share the same brain. This ain't got nothing to do with colorism. All right. This has everything to do with a certain type of behavior. And if you are against the government, you are going to be a manufactured, homegrown terrorist soon enough. Yes, you're going to see a lot of people that jumped off the bandwagon turn into domestic terrorists. And I couldn't wait for this part of the movie. I said, oh my God, it's here. Why do you think Frogman 17 sitting here eating that popcorn? I got the Frogman with the popcorn emoji. I predicted this years ago. The reason why? My name is Mr. Trumptastic for a reason. I'm tapped in. But y'all thought he was tapped in, but he really tapping into your booty hole. Y'all thought Tucker was tapped in, but he wear Leprechaun 87s. I said, I seen it. I seen his swag. I said, hell no. I caught his vibe. I said, hell no. He might say some good shit, and then he ended up falling off later on. Then he'll pick it back up. They specialize in highs and lows. They take you on emotional roller coasters and shit. And guess what? At the end of the day, it don't mean shit. They all was paid anyway. So he got that. They all got that feminine swag going on, and I can't believe people want to be just like fucking Tucker. Matter of fact, he was the alleged delivery boy for Comet Pizza. Yes, John Podesta. Yeah, with the glow sticks. He was downstairs with the breaking glow sticks on ecstasy with kids throwing up pizza signs. Oh, this gonna be a never ending story, y'all. We're gonna be talking about this stuff until we're 90, 100 years old. And some say this generation is gonna be able to extend our lifestyle. Yes, our lifeline. They said this generation go end up being like damn near 200 with all this technology and shit. And if you so love the world, yes, you go merge with this technology that's going to extend your life. Yes, it's called elongate. And I told you about this shit. This is all tied in with the IVF. Oh, y'all, you see his head? You see, not Andrew Oliver. What the fuck? Andrew Tate. Andrew Oliver, Andrew Tate. No wonder why he's sticking up for this milk dud head, but they growing the same head. He got the same skull as a Roth. He might be a Rothschild. And we all know Candace Owens, her husband got ties to the House of Lords. Fucking with these Hogwarts, uh, Harry Potter looking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and he did go to Oxford. Candace Owens' husband went to Oxford, and his last name is Farmer. Why is his last name is Farmer? Because he deal with soul harvesting. All these people you see right here, they deal with soul harvesting. And guess what? And that's code word for OnlyFans. Well, let's get into this picture. This is a this appears to look like a little girl, but it is not. This is a grown man. For real, this is a grown man that's a migrant, y'all. And this is a grown man that did not want to be deported. We got the video. We got live video footage of this ugly beast. Hold on, man. This shit crazy. The world getting crazy, man. Tell you that right now. The world getting hella crazy. Let me cue this video up right quick. Hold on, let me cue this video up. This shit wow, fam. This shit wow. This motherfucker did not want to get deported, y'all. This thing, look at this thing, man. This thing did not want to get deported, y'all. This was wild. Let's check this out. That's that trick, man. That's that rainbow shit. I told you. That's that rainbow. You see? They coming over here looking like this. These are the real aliens. Fuck them motherfuckers that got big eyes and shit. I don't believe that when we got stuff like this. The aliens is looking like trying to look like us. But we could tell this ain't no damn human being right here. I don't know what this is, y'all, for real. And she eating a soggy ass cheeseburger. And speaking of cheeseburgers, check this out. World Atlas ranks the top 10 most unhealthy fast food restaurants in the USA, with Wendy's taking the number one spot. But y'all like them damn Taki burgers. Yes, y'all do. Y'all like them Krabby Patties. But guess what? Them Krabby Patties cause cancer. Man, I ate one of them Taki burgers. I spit it out. I said, nope, not going here ever again. Look at Wendy's. Look at what's her hair color? Red. Look at the pigtails. Those are the devil horns. Wendy's is a devil. All right? Because she wears red. Her hair is Diablo red, y'all. And she poisoning these burgers. So is McDonald's. The signs are going to be red, bright colors. These food spots, the signs and symbols, they're going to be red, you know what I'm saying, yellow. But those colors are considered cymatics. So it's sending a signal to the brain. Once you see them golden arches, you turn into somebody else. Yes, you turn into somebody else. You turn into this ugly beast. Now let's watch. Look at this shit, y'all. Look at this. We gotta hold on. What's up, Seashells Prosperity? Shouts out to Seashells Prosperity. Hello. OnlyFans can be used for human trafficking, but it being human trafficking, I don't know. I don't own an account. As far as the unaccompanied kids working at a weed farm, I'm sure that's a felony, man. It is a felony, but shit, the Democrats are, man, they really doing it. We got to go into that video. We got video footage. Yeah, we got to pull up this video footage. People was comparing Wendy's to the one that off the make. Yeah, you see that? Man, people going crazy, y'all. People going crazy. This is the part of the movie I wanted to see. Because the thing is, if you're not structured, if you're not family structured, you're going to be staying with a roommate. People are shacking up in these rooms with people they don't like. And guess what? People are getting stabbed. All that right now. Because the rent is high as hell. For a 2-bedroom apartment, you go pay about $2,000 nowadays. People don't have that type of money. People don't have that type, man. People don't have that type of money, man. Man, you gotta have a second, man. People just used to going to work, coming home. Man, people not used to this high ass rent. This dam is gonna break. Symbolism in today's society is saying, yeah, it's like that movie They Live. You know what I'm saying? When you take the glasses off, you see everything for what it really is. You see everything for what it really is. But look at this creature. This creature try to sneak through. This is a damn migrant dressed as a little girl, y'all, eating a hamburger. Homelessness is taking over, and personalities are said to be matched up. This is why they had country, but DV took over that. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna summarize this up. If you follow the wrong people, you are cursed. And I'm not saying that recently. I'm saying that's a span over 10 years. It's just now catching up now. Like, these people in high places, they can predict these fallouts. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And things just have to get reset. People are going back, like, living with roommates. People are going living with people they don't even like, for real. No, they for real. I'm dead serious. People are in relationships that they don't want to be in because the damn rent is so high. Country cases, they stopped believing in marriage matters, buying homes. Man, they took that out for a reason, because they knew at this time in history, everybody was going to be separated. Mother against father. Father, it says this in the Bible. Like I tell Andrew Oliver, he's a Christian man, but I go in a little bit deeper. Like, I'm a Christian on steroids, but I come off too real when I explain and decipher the word. See, I mix the word in every fabric of this matter that I mix the word in everything. Andrew Oliver don't do that. He ain't connected to the Most High, and I'm trying to put him up on game. Like, every little molecule ties in with the word. So when you explaining this stuff, it tells you what was going to happen. Everything was going to cause a split. This is called the Prince of Peace. Christ represents peace, or what we call division. This is where you get your denominations from with the three Abrahamic faiths. These are divisions, but they all worship the same God, Abraham. This is your version of oddnism, or what we call uh, polytheistic but monotheistic. The monotheistic is the Godhead, and then the poly is your three different. These three different religions, they rotate around the Godhead, but the Godhead can be exchangeable because you have so many saints taking the place of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? It's a science to this stuff, just like you don't know who's who. They wear the same hats, but they look different. You know? Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. That is what the girl was complaining about before she off the manager, her male roommate. See? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Yes. You are right. It was, and she was complaining about her hours being cut too. It was cheaper and easier to buy a home, 20K in the hood, and fix it up. Yeah, you hitting the nail on the coffin right here. You hitting the nail on the head. They are even letting go of a habitat for humanities and hub homes now. Man, we gonna be going back to tribalism. It's going back to tribalism. You see, it's going back to it's going back to tribalism. Look, ICE agents detain a man who tried to hide his identity. They really hiding their identity. You don't know who's who. Who's who? Who's Geppetto? It might be Geppetto one day. It might be Elroy the next day. You don't know who's gonna pop up. You don't know who's good. Everybody's under this dome, this illusion. And everybody that's under this dome has one mind, one hive mind. The dome is the pyramid. This all seeing eye right here, it sits outside of the dome. That's the realm of heaven. There's no time. Time ceased to exist up here, but everybody in the dome, inside the dome, man, they scattering like roaches, rotating around this polar vortex. But let's get into this species. I don't know what kind of species this is, man. And guess what? This human trafficking. This is human trafficking, y'all. Pinocchio, Geppetto, we don't know who's next. Who's next? Everything's a cartoon at this point. If it happened in a cartoon, that means it's already been done, family. That means the mission has already been done. We don't know who's playing God or government. It's interchangeable. That's what the Baphomet represents. That's what the Aurora Borealis represents. You basically chain to this beast. We chain to this beast. Look, the Matrix is real. This guy up here, he might be rich. This dude right here, he might be middle class. This guy right here, he might be poor. This dude right here, he might be breaking in, but everything's on the same channel. This is what you call the Infinity Hotel. All possibilities have to come to light for it to become a singularity. And even though I have my feelings about Elon Musk, demons tell the truth too. The demons know Christ more than humans do. All right, this is why they're able to trick your ass, because not you, but I'm saying in general. Not you, Miss Seashell. I'm just speaking in general. This is why the devil's able to trick you, because he wants people in this singularity, so he don't have to go off script and come find this person that ran off and woke up. They want everybody on the same accord, and that's what we call the Abrahamic Accords, y'all. These are the cords. These are the links. Neuralink. Yes, for somebody to be the next Pinocchio. What? Even if you take, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Even if you take the girl clothes off, this ain't no damn. What is this? I ain't never seen nobody's head squished together like this. Man, the world getting scary, y'all. The world getting scary. I'm gonna tell you that much. I was called a demon by a Christian. I understand their need to judge and who goes into heaven and not knowing heaven set to be entered. Yeah, I mean, they go do that when you hit them with the knowledge of the Gnostic. They not used to that. But the thing is, Christians that know what the hell going on and understand universal law, they're not gonna call you a demon. They're not. There's just levels to it. So you're gonna have certain people in certain social groups that just ain't that just haven't been awakened yet, and all you could do is provide them the information, and you know what, if they want to fire back at you, you know, set up a debate league, set up a debate stage, you know, and let people be the judge of that. If you want to go that right, if you want to go the entertainment route, but that's what I like to do. That's what I like to do. But yeah, like I got a Christian audience, but I put all my Christian folks, you know, I get them extra game, so they ain't deceived. You know what I'm saying? But people go worship who they want to worship, and that's go get them through whatever they going, whatever storm they going through. So I don't judge the gods, because each god is tethered to each individual. But the thing is, every individual poses as a saint, and and the saints speak for God. That's the gate guard. There's a gate guard religion. These are gate guard religions because you got to go see the saint. You got to go in the booth so he can close the door and touch your leg and tell you about God. You know, we all know what they do. I grew up around a lot of races. They hide them in between weird items, tunnels. Yeah, they in the nooks and crannies. They in the crevices. That's where the pedos and all that shit. Why waste my energy? I got a degree and they need to use hours on what is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand. I understand. But yeah, with my record, that's what I do. I done been on people's channels from the UK debating all of that. Yeah, I live the family life and then I hop on here and express my issues. Hold on, I had something else. I had something else queued up for y'all too. Hold on, because we gotta go into. Let me see if I can find this video. Here we go. We go look into. Now this is the video from CNN about the undocumented, unaccompanied kids that work on marijuana farms. And the thing is, that they putting fentanyl in the marijuana. It's tainted now. So when people do fall out from smoking weed, they're not gonna be able to blame it on no adults. They're gonna blame it on. They ain't got nobody to blame it on. They can't blame it on the kids. Hold on, let's pull this up, y'all. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Fantastic. Let's go. And you all know they always gotta use the black woman with the weave in her hair to push the Democratic agenda. We already seen it. Same thing with Cynthia. You gotta be bald headed and you gotta be disgruntled. You gotta be bald headed. You see, there's a sadistic pattern to this look. Where's Whoopi Goldberg at? We had Whoopi Goldberg up here. She's a liar and a deceiver. But there's a certain look when it comes to black women on CNN. You see the slaves? They get the other black people up there to argue with the other black, but they still on the plantation. And then when the argument is over, yes, they shuck and jive. Juneteenth. You see what I'm saying? After they get off CNN, they go barbecue on Juneteenth. And they lie to each other. I told you, it's a big epidemic. And guess what white people are saying? This is what white people are saying. Look, firearms homicide rate by 100,000. Look at this. Black, Hispanic, black. I told you, black means nasty. Black means sexually deviant. Black in America means disgruntled. I told you, with all that black talk, what has it got you? Nothing. Instead of being on colored people time. All right? And a lot of people have been trafficking their bodies because they are caught doing PPP loans. They can't get no fucking job. They don't have no credentials. They don't have a resume. They have a record, an extensive criminal record. Let me pull this up. Who supplied the kids with fentanyl? Process. Yeah, man, they on fentanyl. The kids on fentanyl. The kids is on that dog food. Fentanyl, aka also known as dog food. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You're right. Process of elimination, gentrification, all that. All that. What about the town that had major overdoses recently? They are calling that town New Jack's. Damn. No, it probably had to be somewhere in Philadelphia because that's them cities in Philadelphia that look like Zombie Town 3.0. Philadelphia, Skid Row, they look like zombies out there for real. They look like these people. Yeah, they look real bad, and there's really nothing we can do about it. Honestly, there's really nothing. What we gonna do about it? The thing is, they already made their bed. They can't go to no family member because they'll steal out the piggy bank. They can't borrow a car because they might crash it. It's all kind of everything factors into having your mind uh up, being upright, being centered. You can't be too left, you can't be too right, and that's what's driving people to say in this new world. The world got reset, and now people are just out of place. And it has to deal with mind over matter, but there ain't no matter up there, and there ain't no mind at this point. Mind is what the word means. When you say mind, that's yours. It ain't nobody else. But now the tables have turned. As above, the tables have switched. Now this deity sits in in the seat of the soul, or what they call the crown chakra. Yeah, this deity has taken the place of the crown chakra. That's the oversoul. So now you got this deity. He go by the name of Santa Claus too. Santa Claus got the kids sitting on his lap. This is a evil deity because he represents a dualistic nature inside of the simulation. Okay, just like how people thought we was in America. No, we are in ancient Egypt. This is the seat of Osiris' throne. And all these sexual deviant characters, they worship the penis of Osiris. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. XXX means dirty, filthy movies. Do you see the correlation? Do you see why they worship the X? Do you see why Elon Musk calls his platform X? What is X? The crossroads. Birth and resurrection. The X. But they have manufactured a demon out of this natural process. And now it's terraformed to the point of no return. X. This is X. Now you're dealing with the X and Y chromosomes. You're dealing with the binary code. This is your traditional form of IVF technology. This is what they was doing on Epstein's Island right here. Illegally. I told you this shit. That's why they don't want, because you know what? The IVF, it's already gone mainstream. But the IVF is the concept of the Immaculate Conception, y'all. I told y'all. This whole Epstein's list is a religious order. Y'all, you think they was gonna release this to the Gumps? Hell no. Would you release this stuff to average human beings sitting on the couch? Hell no. Hell fuck no. It would be somebody like me to have to reveal this shit. They ain't gonna fucking do it. They ain't got time to do that shit. They just go capitalize off of it, which is that's their job, governing the mental. But this is what they're doing. This is their religion. But the thing is, you can't do this shit on no damn island and just send people out to Hollywood. This is what they were doing. The Hollywood actors that you said that was on Epstein Island was raised there as a baby. That's their homeland. Did you know that? No, you didn't know that. You did not know that. The white man was coming to separate the argument last show. Which one? Which one? You gotta put me up on game. Hold on. Juneteenth celebration of freedom of slave was celebrated late, except for in Texas, right? Everyone else learned days later, closer. Yeah, they did. No, they gave. That's why they call it colored people time. The term colored people to often uses terminology to describe what they call Johnny come latelys. So Juneteenth just a troll holiday for black people that's on colored people time. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm late. Yeah, get the grill out, get the pork chops. More pork, more ribs, more rib tips, more high blood pressure. And our community is dying off from diabetes and shit like that. We black folks love sweets and we love pork, fried chitlins and all that shit. All the stuff we like, is killing us. That's gluttony. That's part of the 7 deadly sins. And you know what? I'm guilty of it too. I like pork chops. I like hog maw. I like steaks. I like all that good stuff too. And actually, I had to cut back on it because I thought I had a parasite at one point. Yeah, I coughed up a whole booger in the sink one time. I said, "Oh hell no! I must have ate some tainted meat," and I stopped eating it. Now they serving people that putty meat. That shit peel apart after you cook it. And that shit pull apart. Yeah, that's what it do. You might pull a damn throttle body out your damn steak. You know what I'm saying? You might pull a damn tail light out your steak. You never know. You might pull a lug nut out your steak. Remember the person that ate this hamburger? They ate a tooth. There was a tooth in here, y'all. That's what's killing us. We used to be able to live to 500. Now we can barely touch 80 because we eat too many Krabby Patties. We eat too many fried processed meats. It's killing us. We having brain fog. All that shit's bad. Now let's get into this. And it's sad. It is sad. Let's go. Because she's with the shits. She's with the shits. All right.
You're telling me undocumented.
I'm not saying the undocumented.
I'm not talking about work at a marijuana farm.
I'm not talking about the undocumented part, but according to this statement, in this country, not just at farm, not at marijuana farms at all.
Semantics.
Farms.
Look at the reality of what
I'm
we're
just
talking about. How did an unaccompanied, undocumented 14-year-old
in the middle of the day? I believe.
And you see what I'm saying? You see, like the Democrats, they talk all about slavery, how slavery was bad, but people ain't picking cotton. People picking weed. People picking buds now. It don't matter what the plan is. 14-year-olds should not be picking marijuana, but they are undocumented at that. Yes, and China has its own weed manufacturing plants in Vermont. Yes, they do. They tainting the weed, y'all. They spitting in the weed. And guess what? Now you got fentanyl in your body. Now they spray it with fentanyl water spray. So when you be like, damn, man, what are they spraying on it? Man, they spraying fentanyl. They took the THC out and they replaced fentanyl with the THC. Now you really hooked. Now you got to smoke 10 blunts when you should only be really smoking a half. If it's some real good smoke, a half a blunt. Now you got to smoke 10 blunts. Why? Because there's fentanyl in it. And you trying to chase that high. 10 blunts in 1 hour. That's crazy work, y'all. That's crazy work.
And many people might believe children should be subject to child labor laws.
Absolutely.
But it's true in this country that when it comes to agricultural work, they're not. And that includes marijuana farms. So the legality of their status is a separate issue. But the fact of children being there is not actually something that is necessarily illegal.
I have a really
Oh
hard
my
So
God.
there's
Y'all
that.
hear
So
what
it's not
she
unusual
said?
for there to be teenagers and working in a farm.
14-year-old can work at a marijuana growing up.
It doesn't matter whether it's a marijuana farm or an apple farm.
A kid can't work at a bar.
It's agriculture. They're not
Then
smoking
if
the
that's the
marijuana,
law,
they're-
that's outrageous.
They're cultivating it.
Changed.
The point
Oh
is,
my God.
the point is, this incident,
This lady is
and we're still
crazy,
learning
y'all.
a lot more about it, was very dangerous and put a lot of people, including
Then
ICE
don't
officers and those immigrants,
attack
in danger.
Federal
So
law enforcement
hey,
agents.
I agree with you, but the tactics are producing chaos
They
and
are.
violence, and I think that is one of the things
key,
that's
the
caused
tactics that you're talking
people
about.
to.
Who
That's
attacks
the key
first?
question.
That's my question.
We don't know.
Well,
we will
it
find
seems like
out.
Well,
No.
it seems like there's a
We got-
questionable call because they're making them delete photos and videos on their phone. So
Correct.
I'm guessing there's going to be a more complete story as to what's going on.
We will find out, everybody. Thank you.
Oh my God. Y'all see that? So yeah, that's what's going on. A whole bunch of fuckery in the town. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. And I think that's all. I think that's all we got for right now. I think that's all we got for right now. I might do part 2 later because shouts out to She Sells Prosperity for coming in and making the show lit. But yeah, I'm going to get up off here. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. Make sure you share and like the video. I'm out. Love y'all.